So this is a sprinter calf raise. The reason why we call that is because we're going to be working back at this 45-degree angle to where the body is slanted, similar to coming out of the blocks like a sprinter. So the big benefit of this exercise is we're going to be able to get a calf stretch. Now some people who have a lot of ankle range of motion probably won't feel a huge stretch back here, but those who have tighter ankles are going to feel a stretch. And what we want to do is strengthen through a stretch position. So this is the position we're going to be doing the calf raise in. Don't let your butt sink back and do the calf raises. We want to get that butt down so we have a nice straight line from our head all the way down to the heels. And you're going to lift up and do your calf raise. So at the bottom, you should feel a calf stretch. And you almost want to think about flexing that tibialis muscle again so that you pull yourself down into a stretch. And then you push up out of the stretch to feel your calf. And drop back down. Think about contracting that tibialis muscle again to pull yourself all the way down into that stretch. And you're going to repeat for the desired number of reps, going nice and slow, focusing at a nice contraction of the tibialis at the bottom and a nice contraction at the calf at the top. So it's just like a 1-second pause in each position so that you can feel that muscle really working in both of those positions. Now, again, 2 feet is going to be easy for a lot of people, but that may be your starting point. When we program this for a lot of people, we start doing it consecutively or unbroken. So when we program for this for people at sportsrehabexpert.com, we do it in an unbroken fashion the majority of the time. So let's say we're shooting for 25 reps. That would mean we need to be able to get to 25 reps in total without stopping. Now, if that's easy for you, you want to make it a little bit more challenging by going to a single leg calf raise. So, you'll start in this position, cross one leg, lift up, and go back down, control it back down, and then flex that tibialis at the bottom so you feel that stretch at the bottom. Lift up, contract at the bottom. Again, about a second pause in each of those positions so you feel that peak contraction in both positions. And you're going to do as many reps as you can with one leg until you feel you start losing the height. We don't want you just doing these baby calf raises. We want to go through that full range of motion. And then once you get tired, you can then choose to alternate sides. So say I'm doing 5 on each side, and I just keep alternating back and forth and doing 5 sets of 5 single leg calf raises till I hit that total rep range goal, which in this example is 25 reps. So you could break that up into 5 sets of 5, continuously alternating. You could break that up into a set of 10, and then another set of 10, and then another set of 5 to get to that 25 total. You could do 20 the first set, and then do 20 on the opposite leg, and then come back and do 5, and then 5. So however you get to that 25 total goal, you just need to be able to make sure you can do that single leg alternating back and forth. If you can't get to 25 without taking a rest break, more so than just alternating back and forth. So if you alternate back and forth but then have to take a rest break to still give your calf an extended period of break, then you need to go back and just start with this 2-legged calf raise. So that is where anybody can start. But again, that's going to be easy for a lot of people to get to that 25 rep range mark. And at some point in time, again, you want to try to progress to that single leg calf raise just to challenge yourself further than doing it on 2 feet. So usually what people will end up doing is if you can at minimum do 5 sets of 5, continuously alternating right and left leg, that's a good starting point for a single leg calf raise, and then work yourself up from there. Depending on how frequently you're doing this throughout the week, some days you might do the single leg calf raise version, some days you might do the 2-legged calf raise version. And that all just is dependent on you yourself and the amount of soreness that you're getting from doing these calf raises on a regular basis.